Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is your main man, Juggernaut of multi-platinum production team Arkatech Beatz. Welcome to the music review live stream series. And what do we do here tonight? We listen to new artists, new producers who are basically submitting their music for feedback. We give professional feedback. And at the same time, we're trying to help folks develop better songs, better beats by just giving them basically all of the information that they might need to get themselves up to speed in this crazy music business. If you're not familiar with me, again, I'm Juggernaut of multi-platinum production team Arkatech Beatz. Shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D. And we're responsible for producing for your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, Big Pun, Nas, Prodigy of Mobb Deep, Jadakiss, The Game, Lloyd Banks, Max B, French Montana, Freddie Gibbs, and so many others. So like I said, if it's your first time here, welcome. We're about to get started in just a few minutes, but in the meantime, we play a few tunes while we get this live stream going. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. Of course, the live stream is powered by SoundSurge. That's SONDSURGE.com. That's the new music discovery platform for independent artists and producers. If you haven't already joined, make sure you're hitting the link on the screen. Everybody just joining, man. Welcome to the live stream. Make sure you're jumping in. Make sure you're submitting those songs. Let's go. Who are just jumping in, you know, we've had a total of 1,868 total submissions in our lives, and we've been reviewing a lot of good music. Get these lights on. Let's go. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live, man. What up? Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. Shout out to everybody that's submitting their songs. Shout out to everybody that's jumping onto this SoundSurge, man. You know, this is like I said, the new music discovery platform for independent artists and producers. Make sure y'all are checking it out. Free to submit your music there. Help you gain traffic on your music independently. Quite a few artists that's been submitting their music. Make sure y'all check out these artists, man. Artists need the support. Listeners need the support. This is how independent music grows, right? You gotta be in an ecosystem by yourself where you're competing with people like yourselves. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. We're about to start listening to some joints in just a few minutes. Shout out to everybody that's sharing the live, hitting the likes on the screen, doing all that other good stuff. out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. Like I said, these live streams are, we're being powered by SoundSurge. If you are not familiar with SoundSurge.com, like I said, it's one of the new music discovery platforms. And if you know anything about us, Arkatech Beatz, we always try to find the new things to kind of partner with early, to kind of get involved early. That's what our thing is trying to figure out what's going to be next. It's the same way we kind of treat our music in terms of which artists to work with. We're always trying to see who's next, put on our A&R hats, and we're looking for things that make sense into the musical ecosystem, things that make sense for the artists, things that make sense for producers. So, like I said, this is one of these music discovery platforms that I think is really going to help artists. It has a lot of resources. If folks haven't checked out the knowledge bases, they have things here on terms of how to promote your music, discovery, different ways to learn about the music business in terms of copyright, music publishing, etc. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into that. For folks who are producers, make sure that you're jumping into our Future Producer Society. If you're not already part of that, that is our school community where we're teaching everything about the music business there. So if you're not familiar with it, make sure you're jumping into that. That's definitely one of those places that I think are going to help a lot of artists as well and producers. And we're teaching the music business, music production, music publishing, music copyright, everything in between. Right? This is stuff that we do, AI, music, etc. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. Right, make sure y'all checking that out. For folks who are submitting their records, make sure you're submitting them at the SoundSurge on SoundSurge. If not there, you can always do the Nero link if you need to. Whatever makes it easiest for you. Like I said, we've had a total of over 1,800 submissions. So shout out to everybody that submitted their songs, and we've listened to over 800 songs. So shout out to everybody over there, everybody sending music all over. So we're going to jump into something. Let's take a listen to something real quick. Let's take a listen to what we're going into. We're going to jump into this joint. This joint was perfect timing. This was from the last time we were here. We're listening to this joint called When All Else Fails, and this is by Army of Two. Let's take a listen to this joint, see what it sounds like. No, video's not available. Gone. Thanks for trying. Which one is called? This one's called 30 SXX. What's that? By Sam. Let's take a listen to that. See what it sounds like. She's one person six. She's one person six. New money, yeah, I flex. New money, yeah, I flex. You done text your ex, you a mess. I'm busy picking out flies and shit. This 30 gon' cover your mess. Wish that fun nigga Cupid laugh from me. G-spot here. But he hit. What you want? She said person six. My ties, we got it lit. And I'm on everything, fuck the miss. All these hoes around me cause shit. All my niggas around me pop shit. Shot his ass, star, she lit. Perkins hit just for that flat on the jet. We up, we lit. We up, we lit. We up, we lit. We up, we lit. She's one person six. She's one person six. Of course, if Perkins is six. Of course, I cancel my ex. Why you asking me all of this shit? This Perkins said just my face. I'm going on D&D, bitch. Oh, you trying your luck and shit. Jesus sweatsuit barely fit. Badass bitch from her head to her toes and hips like damn I hit. Off the perk. It's lit. It's up, it's lit. It's up, it's lit. I popped up. It's up, it's lit. It's up, it's lit. I popped up. It's up, it's lit. She's one person six. She's one person six. She's one person six. You done text your ex, you a mess. I'm busy picking out flies and shit. This 30 gon' cover your mess. Wish that fun nigga Cupid laugh from miss. But he hit. Watching that person hit. Anything I can't fit. Watching that. Would you miss one time? Would you miss two times? Would you miss three times? shout out to Sam Flora, man. This one is 36. So I think it got like I think this like has like a good vibe to it. I think that the mix on the beat and the music could be better in terms of like the music to me doesn't sound like it be like it's loud enough to me. Like I feel like there's like a lot of bass elements and some other stuff in this beat that could really kind of stand out if given the right mix. And then with his vocal performance, I feel like on the melody side, he got a good melody in terms of his vocal performance. I feel like the melody that he got going on is kind of catchy that I think it could really work. But I feel like the verses and the hooks, because they're too similar in structure, that they're kind of blending into each other. When I say that, meaning like, when you have a verse that follows the exact same melody as the hook, then it kind of, it's hard to differentiate where the hook is at because he hasn't added on other elements to the hook to make the hook stand out. But when I say that, meaning you haven't really stacked any vocals, you didn't really put any ad-libs on it, you didn't do anything effects-wise, anything mix-wise to make that hook be segmented and actually stand out in the record. And I think that's probably one of the critical errors of a lot of new artists is that we may have the hook with the right melody, right? He has the right melody, the hook is at the right length, but for whatever reason, it's not standing out from the rest of the song because we haven't really made the structural changes to the actual hook to make it stand out. And not every hook actually needs that in terms of like, the stacking of vocals, et cetera, and we're not saying stacking every single vocal, but, maybe accenting certain words because it really shouldn't sound exactly like the rest of the verses are sounding, especially if you're carrying on with the same melody all the way throughout. We have to try to make something sound a little bit different so make it stand out as a hook, right? We need the hook to stand out. If the hook isn't going to do that, then we're creating a situation that doesn't really work in this music sphere as it should. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. I appreciate y'all jumping in, right? Outside of that, I feel like the song structure is okay. He pretty much set it off with a little bit of an intro, got the hook in it, about 12 bars in, then he does another hook, about another 12 bars, another hook. And that's how the song really should be set up. It should be set up with starting with the hook, verse, back into the hook. It's something that we recommend. And for those who are new here, we always try to show a little bit of things as it relates to song structure. And we use these infographics to kind of explain what we're talking about when it comes to song structure. And it's something that we always talk about here. And the things that we also talk about in our Future Producer Society for those who are not familiar with our producer group and community. And it's not only just for producers, there's some artists in there as well. Everybody can kind of learn in terms of how it is to do vocal production, what to do in terms of your music publishing, song splits, etc. So make sure that you guys are jumping into our community at school.com, Future Producer Society, right? But outside of that, I think that it's an okay record. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy. You're not doing nothing too crazy with it. You just need a little bit of help with that in terms of making some of those things stand out. And just making sure that your word cadences are not like turning into like total mumble. You know what I mean? I know that we talking about perks and talking about these type of things, and I know that's just kind of that, that non-sober rap. Let me put it that way, right? All right, that non-sober rap. But it doesn't have to be to the point where it's like, okay, everything is slurred and we can't understand none of the words. I think we're kind of moving away from that. I think a lot of era of that rap has kind of run its course. I think folks got to realize that, hey, you really need to start articulating your words in order to have a little bit more reach. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. We're going to jump into this joint called Fried Chicken by Beatz. Let's take a listen to it.
An unknown entity has broken the fabric of our reality.
Actually, I listened to this already. So we're going to do Beatz. It's called Holy Crap. that either. That's totally overloaded. Folks were sending me music, man. Y'all can't do that overload, man. That's like crazy, like that. That record is totally overloaded, like that's just crazy what I'm hearing right now. So that's wild. This is C418. This is a Minecraft. It definitely sounds like some Minecraft, man. I can't really not much I can offer on that, brother. Thanks for submitting. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. You know, listen, I want to give some good feedback, man, but I need something that's like, ready for feedback. You follow? Shout out to everybody jumping into the live, man. Wait for me.
I will wait for you. I will wait for you.
That boy is different, man.
Saying
Hope it's a flip.
I'll wait for you, just keep it real. You gon' wait for me too. I'm inside raising the roof. I'm making a song. Finna go talk in the booth. Got G5 under my arm. I'm letting it loose. I'm letting it blow about you. Don't care. Your friends saying, girl, shut that's the world we living in too. Been chasing this pavement, trying to get paid. Y'all boys just don't got a clue. And I bounce to the car with them. It just my hands. Y'all niggas to run like fools. A big little chop in the back. Get close. You gonna push back. You feeling the tool. Can rock with the star. I sing you all of the song. We fly to the top of the moon. I'll take my hand. We finna go dance. This shit feeling better than ever. We all start walking around. It's talking the code. Come on, I'm gonna give you my sweater. Don't want your body. Go please don't change your body. Cause you looking better than ever. I'm giving my soul. So please don't throw it away. XOs, I'm yours forever. I'm telling you, keep up to the rap. You know the kid gonna keep getting bigger. I'm doing this all for the times when I ain't have. I'm finna go get a little richer. I'll wait for you, just keep it real. You gon' wait for me too. I'm inside raising the roof. I'm making a song. You finna go talk in the booth. Got G5 under my arm. I'm letting it loose. I'm letting it blow about you. Don't care what your friends saying, girl. Shut that's the world we living in too. Been chasing this pavement, trying to get paid. Y'all boys just don't got a clue. And I bounce to the cop.
Shout out to RDT Dev. Shout out to him on that. It sounded like, again, trying to be like a little flip on that Future Thamesite record. You know what I mean? You need a hook on it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're already competing with the fact that you're using a really big record, so you're gonna have to put a hook on it that's gonna make real sense on it. And the way that you're rapping on it, we're gonna have to make something that's kind of more, something that's gonna be able to stand out a little bit more in terms of just the way that the rap cadence is going. It's kind of, not really necessarily like really riding the beat like it really should. And then this record is kind of mixed bad, so the music is entirely louder than the vocals. Stuff like that we need to work on. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. Shout out to the new followers. On this side by Sammy P. Let's see what it sound like.
Sammy.
Boy Swagger, what up, yo? Yeah, we listen to AI music. Shout out Sammy P on this. Might be too long in terms of the intro.
Sammy.
Beat should start right here. See like how you got the bass line right here? Make the beat start there. Like get right into it. Like the intro too long. And she start off with the hook, which would have had the sirens and stuff into it. Drums is decent. Snare is tight. Clap. We should be breaking the beat down right about here as we transition back to the hook. 3, 2, 1, bring the hook in. 16 bars now. So this should have occurred 4 bars sooner. And then see what happens is when you did that part right there with the sirens and everything, we should have kept everything in, meaning keep the drums in and the sirens and all those extra sounds to make the hook stand out the way it needs to stand out. Shout out Kaz Productions in the building. What up, bro? Don Flight, what up? Shout out Hero Beats in the building, man. What's up with Hero, man? What's up, bro? How you been? Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. Yeah, man, I feel like this record just got to get a little bit tighter in terms of the song structure. You know what I'm saying? The beat is cooler. I think the beat, got the right sounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really like the main thing, man. It's like, yo, once you kind of got the sounds, once you kind of know how to get the things to kind of blend well and mix well, and that's probably the good things here on this beat, is that those are the things that are really working at this point. Boy Swagger, what up? Yeah, those things are kind of working. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's really get to making sure that the song structure and the arrangement needs to be where it needs to be, and then everything else can be gravy from there. You know what I mean? Because the truth of the matter is, like once you kind of get past the hump of tune, pitch, key, drums that are working. I seen it. He's asking about the AI music. He can submit the AI music if you like. You know what I'm saying? We listen to everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you wanna do that, we could do that. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. And yeah, man, everything is we working, man. You know how it go. Shout out Max Bigavell and them. We out here doing what we do. We out here, man. We making it do what it do, man. Shout out to everybody jumping in. We got a person that skipped the line right now. We're gonna listen to that. Don Flight, what up, man? New record from Don Flight in the building. It's called She Got It. This is an unreleased record. He's planning on releasing it. Let's take a listen to it. Shout out to Don Flight in the building. It's called She Got It.
She wildin', 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 she wildin'. They gon' try to do it, they gon' try to rain wave. Don't flight. They gon' try to copy what she do, cause she got it. They gon' try to work the way she walk, but she got it. She got the most mad, cause she got it on the poppin'. She do what she want, ain't nobody gon' stop it. And she look like a model in a car for a phone. And she get the bag and she get it on her own. She got them going crazy, got them wildin' and wildin'. Got them going crazy, got them wildin' and wildin'. She back in the city, she back getting. Lady, the car that she drive, yeah, said it ain't renting. The hoes couldn't do it, how she do it, cause she different. She paused for a picture, yeah, she got them all trippin'. Something about her that these other girls miss. The vibe on her, yeah, it's just so different. Shawty super bad, tryna figure how to get it. She bad, tryna figure how to get it on. They gon' try to copy what she do, cause she got it. They gon' try to work the way she walk, but she got it. She got the most mad, cause she got it on the poppin'. She do what she want, ain't nobody gon' stop it. And she look like a model in a car for a phone. And she get the bag and she get it on her own. She got them going crazy, got them wildin' and wildin'. Got them going crazy. crazy, got them wildin' and wild. She got a penthouse suite in the middle of LA. Back of the Maybach, yeah, that's where she stay. She take the private jet, yeah, she be on her way. She a boss girl, yeah, she don't play. She got the rolling diamonds all up in her face. Yeah, face cartel and she got it in the waist. And she pretty and petite and she in her own lane. She pretty and petite, she be out of the way. They gon' try to copy what she do, cause she got it. They gon' try to work the way she up, but she got it. She got the most mad, cause she got it on the poppin'. She do what she want, ain't nobody gon' stop it. And she look like a model in a car for a foe. And she get the bag and she get it on her own. She got them going crazy, got them wildin' and wildin'. Got them going crazy, got them wildin' and wildin'.
Shout out Don Flight. Shout out Don Flight. Shout out Don Flight on this one. This one, she got it, man. When is this coming out, bro? Look. He's done one of these, because this record is 2 minutes and 17 seconds, right? And let me tell you, I think if I would do anything to this is maybe shorten the intro by 4 bars. Outside of that, bro, I think this is solid. Down Flight, ready? Right there. They gotta do all the paperwork. Got a paperwork you gotta do, bro. What you gotta do? What's the paperwork you gotta do? We talking about the splits? We talking about the production agreement? What we talking about as far as your paperwork? Yeah, the only thing I would tell you to do right here is I would say just start that record right there. It's at about the 10-second mark. Come in with the hook right there. You should be good. That extra 4 bars, you can run it, but you don't really need to. Is it copyright and stuff? Okay. As long as you listen, man, as long as you have the as long as you understand the actual date that you turned it into a tangible form, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can always, you know what I'm saying? Like, those things could be backdated. You follow? As long as you have that information, don't let it hold you up from the release. So a lot of times you're going to see a lot of labels that do that too. They don't let that stuff hold them up from the release. Like, they do some of that stuff, you know, during and after the release. Like, if you can always do that stuff on the front end, it's all good. But don't let that hold you up in terms of the release date. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is things that you can, like, the copyright protection is really for you to, it's really for lawsuits and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to sue, or if somebody really gets into your music, steals your music, and you need to be able to litigate for that, or you want to try to enforce your copyright, because remember, you do have a copyright once you put it into a tangible form, technically. And then what you're doing is you're registering the record to give you the ability to be able to enforce your copyright in case there's infringement that takes place. So if you got a record that's in the can like this one, that's ready to go, you know, proceed to kind of get it ready to get uploaded for DSPs while you're doing the stuff for the copyright, because that could take some time to come back, and don't let that hold you up. You know what I'm saying? As long as you get it filed, you know, in a decent time frame. I'm not telling you to file it years later. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you to just kind of, you know, work in tandem in terms of like getting the music out as fast as possible, at the same time doing the paperwork in the back end. It's not the end all be all. It's only in case of infringement, which, you know, folks think if it happens, but you know, not as prevalent as you might think. You know what I mean? So how many records have we got in the? This is so let me get back to the record, right? So the record itself, dope hook, right? Dope hook. I think this record is mixed properly. I like the way that the music is supporting the record, especially during the places that the hook is at. Right?
Don't flight. They gon' try to copy what she do, cause she got it. They gon' try to work the way she up, but she got it. She got the most mad, cause she got it on the poppin'. She do what she want, ain't nobody gon' stop it. And she look like a model in a car for a foe. And she get the bag.
Like all of that right there with the stacks and the harmonies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that these are the things that make a lot of sense, that make a record kind of stand out the way that I think it should stand out. So this is what I'm talking about, folks, and I'm telling folks that, hey, you need to make sure that you have a hook that's like standing out from the rest of the verse, that has different types of stacks, layers, ad-libs, right?
She get it on her own. She got 'em going crazy, got 'em wildin' and wildin'. Got 'em going crazy, got 'em wildin' and wildin'.
And Don, if you got any other music that's already been released, make sure you submit it on the Sound Surge side, so you can get people to start finding and listening to your music on that side. It's free to submit it over there. Just put the songs over, as long as you got them released on DSPs. Put them on the Sound Surge side, so that you can basically be part of this chart discovery system, man. The system, I believe, is going to start really working for folks in the long run, as you're going to have more people that's really clicking and finding your songs. So, just make sure we're looking to do that. And what I noticed what Don did on this record, right? If you guys are listening, if you're just jumping in, what Don Flight did on this record, and instead of following, I have, like I said, I use this song structure thing all the time to help folks kind of understand how we should map out our records. It's just a recommendation. But what he has done in here, instead of going from, from the intro to the hook to the verse and then back to a mini verse, he said, scratch the mini verse. We're not doing a mini verse. We're going right back into the hook, right? And for me, that also works, right? Because what you're doing in a nutshell, if you think about it, right, what you're doing in a nutshell is you're getting back to the strongest part of the record, right? So when we're looking at this recommended song structure, we use this 12-bar kind of thing to kind of be like the kind of like the baseline, right? Because what we're trying to get folks away from, the longer version, which is the 16-bar version, which folks have been kind of doing, since the 90s. So we're trying to get folks kind of away from that structure, get them to the shortened version of 12 bars. But in this case, with this particular song, it's an 8-bar, right? So it's 8-bar hook, 8-bar hook, and then 8-bar verse, which works perfectly if you have a really, really big hook. Like, if you have a big hook, man, why are we wasting time getting back to it? You know what I'm saying? Like, spit the verse that's going to support the hook, and then get back to the hook, right? Because this is where your bread is going to be buttered. This is where you're going to get the repeat play value here, right?
Said she back getting, lady, the car that she drive, yeah, said it ain't renting. The hoes couldn't do it, how she do it, cause she different. She paused for a picture, yeah, she got them all tripping. Something about her that these other girls miss the vibe on her, yeah, it's just so different. Shot is super bad, trying to figure out how to get it. She bad, tryna figure out how to get it on. They gon' try to copy what she do, cause she got it. They gon' try to work the way she walk, but she got it. She got the most mad, cause she got it on the pop. She do what she want, ain't nobody gon' stop it. And she look like a model in a car for a photo. And she get the bag, and she get it on her own. She got them going crazy, got them wildin' and wildin'. Got them going crazy, got them wildin' and wildin'. She got a penthouse suite in the middle of LA. Back of the Maybach, yeah, that's where she stay. She take the private jet, yeah, she be on her way. She a boss girl, yeah, she don't play. She got the rolling diamonds all up in her face. Yeah, face cartel and she got it in the waist. And she pretty and petite and she in her own lane. She pretty and petite, she be out of the way. They gon' try to copy what she do, cause she got it. They gon' try to work the way she walk, but she got it. She got the most mad, cause she got it on the poppin'. She do what she want, ain't nobody gon' stop her. And she look like a model in a car for a photo. And she get the bag and she get it on her own. She got them going crazy, got them wildin' and wildin'. Got them going crazy, got them wildin' and wildin'.
Somebody's asking me, what do I think is the best song that I've produced? I think the best song, I know it's going to sound crazy for a lot of folks, but the song that the beat that I like probably the most, folks not going to really believe me when I say it, but it's like a tie. It's like I'm going to say it's like a 3-way tie, right? Like a 3-way tie between Jadakiss, Realest in the Game, right? Because I just feel like that's just like the epitome of what our version of, dramatic, cinematic trap should sound like. And then, of course, Max B, Why You Do That? And then, Prodigy and Nas, Self-Conscious. I can't, I can't discount those. But in my brain, that's what I kind of think, I'm saying, in my brain. But everybody kind of have their own favorites, man. There's a lot of music out there that we've done, so, a lot of Raekwon music, live from New York, Freddie Gibbs music, Alley Boy the Don, shout out to Alley Boy, rest in peace, Alley Boy, excuse me. So there's a lot of different things here, man. We're going to check this record out called Chess Moves by RS7 Affiliates. Shout out to everybody jumping into the live, man. Make sure y'all submitting these records, man. Let's hear them.
Ayo, ayo. Still got the vision though, right now we on board. RS7. Look, I've been an underdog on the board, where the pieces wasn't equal. Surviving every ambush like a king, still standing after sequel. Sharp like a knight with no warning, I leap where they least expect. Cold like the end game after loss, I rebuilt with what was left. My mind like a chessboard in a war zone, calculating every angle. I don't panic under pressure, I untangle every tangle. They thought the odds would fold me, now pressure built a diamond. I've been moving through the struggle like a queen, every direction finding. Chess moves, every step I take is life or death. Read the board or lose the block, ain't nothing left. I've been surviving since the opening, now I'm in the end. Chess moves, made the right ones, that's how I'm still here. Listen, they stack the odds like pieces on my side of the board. I still won.
Let's go.
Move on once in the streets and the whole game shift. I don't move wrong. I castle when they came for me, reposition before they even knew I moved. Sharp like a bishop in the blind spot. By the time they see the angle, it's already checkmate. I survived every opening they threw. Now I'm in the end game, and they still in the middle. Cold like a king who watched everything fall around him and never left the square. Chess moves, every step I take is life or death. Read the board or lose the block, ain't nothing left. I've been surviving since the opening, now I'm in the end. Chess moves, made the right ones, that's how I'm still here. Respect the game, cause some can't play. Almighty Red Scorpion 7, RS7 the fuck up. Fuck y'all.
This joint tough. That's that sound right now. Shout out to RS7 Affiliates, man. Yo, I feel like this is a dope record. I feel like we got like a slight execution issue. And you're gonna say, well, what do you mean by that, right? Meaning they got that beat is crazy. Rhymes is coming through real solid, pause, right? Right? We should have something happening here. Right? And I may have made it go like this, right? That piano could have looped twice. 3, 2, 1. Then it come here, right?
Ayo, ayo.
Like he could have started the ayo from the beginning, and then right here we could have came in with the hook. I think
still got the vision though. Right now we on board. RS7. Look, I've been an underdog on the board, where the pieces wasn't equal. Surviving every ambush like a king, still standing after sequel. Sharp like a knight with no warning, I leap where they least expect. Cold like the end game after loss, I rebuilt with what was left. My mind like a chessboard in a war zone, calculating every angle. I don't panic under pressure, I untangle every tangle. They thought the odds would fold me, now pressure built a diamond. I've been moving through the struggle like a queen, every direction finding. Chess moves,
Every step I take is life or death. Read the board or lose the block, ain't nothing left. I've been surviving since the opening. Now I'm in the end. Chess moves, made the right ones. That's how I'm still here. Listen. They stack the odds like pieces on my side of the board. I still won. Move on once in the streets and the whole game shift.
See what I'm saying? So this right here, this whole portion of this record right there is confusing to me, because when I heard him say chess moves, I thought that was where his hook was starting, right? But his hook now, you know what I'm saying? His hook now is being like, it's kind of like, it's tied into the verse, man. So he kind of named the song after a portion of the verse, which I thought was the hook, and I think that is where it's fundamentally flawed, right? So if I'm in the room with him, I'm like, yo, bro, we're gonna do this here?
Nothing left. I've been surviving since the opening. Now I'm in the end. Chess moves, made the right ones. That's how I'm still here. Listen. They stack the odds like pieces on my side of the board and left. I've been surviving since the opening. Now I'm in the end. Chess moves, made the right ones. That's how I'm still. Take his life a every direction, finding chess moves. I've been moving through the struggle like a queen. Every direction, finding chess moves. Every step I take is life or death. Read the board or lose the block, ain't nothing left. I've been surviving since the opening. Now I'm in the end. Chess moves, made the right ones. That's how I'm still here. Listen. They stack the odds like pieces on my side of the board. I still won.
3, 2, 1. Back to the second verse. Like, to me, that's the hook right here. Right? So now when he's going here,
move on once in the streets and the whole game shift. I don't move wrong. I castle when they came for me. Reposition before they even knew I moved. Sharp like a bishop in the blinds.
you see what I'm saying? So this part right here now, it's like a 4-bar that stands out but doesn't really fit. So that, to me, should have been pulled out. We should have went right back into the second verse already.
By the time they see the angle, it's already checkmate. I survived every opening they threw. Now I'm in the end game, and they still in the middle. Cold like a king who watched everything fall around him and never left the square. Chess moves. Every step I take is life or death. Read the board or lose the block, ain't nothing left.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, this record it's not structured accurately. That's the thing that, to me, that's kind of got us. That's what's kind of not working for us. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like he got a dope beat. I feel like he got a dope voice. I feel like he got a dope rap cadence. I feel like he got a dope rap presence. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes that's really hard for people to have it to really translate through the music. It's for your presence to be able to really stand out on the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could literally, like, without even seeing them, could kind of. He says he's not rhyming though. Listen, it's some of it is like that sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna have some guys whose rhyme schemes are slightly different. You know what I'm saying? That don't necessarily always have the words rhyming at the same type of the bar. You know, what's his name is notorious for that. If you know Prodigy, right? It's like, you know, he was a guy that kind of, you know, didn't make every single line rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Like, he kind of left certain words out there and kind of made things go like that. He said, my voice is too high pitched. Listen, it doesn't, you can't really say that, because you got rappers like AZ and these guys whose voices are considered higher pitch that, you know, really out here tearing it up. And then look at a guy like Q-Tip, you know what I'm saying? Like a guy like that who's had like a really profound career, you know, who made his voice into a unique sound. It's just up to you to figure out what you want to do in terms of what you're doing melodically, and then also doing what you're doing rhythmically, what you're doing also with your cadence, your inflection, and then really what you're saying in terms of context, right? Like, if you could rap, you could rap, right? If you know how to put a melody on a track, you should be able to do that pretty well. And also, remember, we got things that can also fill in the gaps for us, right? We got things that can help us with hooks. We got AI. We got all types of stuff that can kind of help us glue songs together. We just got to figure out, how it all fits together, right? And that's really where this kind of forum is for that. This kind of forum is to try to figure out how do we get these pieces to fit together. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people they're going into the booth, they're going into different places, and they're trying to figure out this thing. And what I'm trying to tell folks through this platform is that you don't have to figure it out by yourself anymore. That's the great thing about it, is that I know a lot of people are trying to figure it out. I'm on the internet. I'm seeing a lot of people doing a lot of reviews. I'm seeing a lot of people submitting a lot of music to a lot of different places. And I'm like, man, so basically what I'm seeing is that there are a lot of people that really want to be helped. And I'm like, okay, we're going to try to do what we can do in the best way that we can do it, to see how we can make those things work. But it's one of those things, man. We got to try to see what the best you can do with it. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. I wonder why that didn't work. That's so strange. I thought it did. Metro Production, what's up, man? What's up with the sad face? Shout out to Down Flight on this one. This record was a dope record. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. This is a cool beat by who? Who's this by? By Arjun Grawal. Metro Production, what's the word? Nah, no email. Yeah, we do R&B beat. Tony, the whole thing here is, like I said, we're trying to really find what's next, man. You know what I'm saying? So, my ears are always listening for something that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? If it makes sense, we're trying to see how that looks. If it makes sense, man, you know what I'm saying? If it fits what we're looking for, we're definitely going to try to do that. But at the same time, I'm considering. This is what I'm considering. I'm considering, in some cases, getting some folks, folks who are like either repeat submitters or folks who are submitting like, folks that are submitting like headliners and thrones. I may consider like doing like some premium beat leases. Just to kind of see where folks are musically, just to kind of say, okay, they submitted to me a song for me to really listen to, and, showing that they really want to try to do some sort of collaboration, and I say, okay, let me see what we can do with that. But with this particular record that homie has sent to me, this song by Arjun, I feel like he has the right sounds. It just needs to be mixed better. I feel like he has the right sounds and the right melody. You know what I'm saying? It might necessarily be not for me, but it might work for like younger kids, right? And I feel like it has that kind of feel and that kind of vibe. And then we just have to make sure that we're putting it in the right, sequencing, right? As far as 4-bar intro, 8-bar hook, 8-bar verse, back to a hook. You know what I mean? Like, make sure that we have something that's going into a good song structure. And I think we might actually have something there, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. I wonder why that didn't work. I thought it was supposed to work. I was looking for that to work. It's kind of working my nerves that it's not working. Really strange. Okay, everything seems to be good here. What's really going on? Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. Tony, this record is called Love Me. Tony McBride, he's doing a skip real quick, skip the line. Let me see what he got.
I want you to love me, baby. I need you to love me, baby. Baby, don't put on no roll. I wanna hold you close. See, baby, you've been on my mind, and I just wanna take my time with you, baby. What you feeling inside? Baby, don't you try and hide it. What it do, baby? 4 in the morning, girl, I'm on ya. Girl, let it rain, I've been waiting on you. Tell me how you feel, baby, don't be shy. Look you dead in your eyes. I want you to love me. I need you to love me, baby. Baby, don't put on no roll. I wanna hold you close. I want you to love me. I need you to love me, baby. Baby, don't put on no roll. I wanna hold you close. Yeah. What's up? That's something we never do. Working a lot.
Tony, who's rapping?
I'ma tell the truth. Girl, pack a bag, it's me and you. If you having problems, I'll troubleshoot. Take the kids to Granny and Papa. When we hit the room, wop wop. Then we leave the room, drinks on rocks. Feel like Uncle Luke, girl, don't stop. I want your body in different positions. I play with that kitty, I'm making it purr. Love when you love on my body, I love on your body. I rub you, I'm feeling it curve. Girl, you know what I prefer. Forever, baby, I'ma put in work. In the bed, I'ma put in work. Girl, you know I want you to love me. I need you to love me, baby.
Who did the beat?
Baby, don't put on no roll. I wanna hold you close.
Shout out to Tony McBride. This record is called Love Me. So he got kind of like a Timberland meets Tank meets Jamie Foxx vibe, right? And listen, man, like, you know, I think this is a good baseline, right? In terms of like getting yourself into this market and kind of getting folks to kind of hear what you got going on, right? So some of my feedback, right? So I want you to just kind of take a few notes with this, right? Intro, right?
I want you to love me.
We starting right off with the hook. This is what I always recommend. Really quick intro, getting right to the hook. This is very, very important. This is the right thing to do for this record, right?
I need you to love me, baby. Baby, don't put on no roll. I wanna hold you close.
You see where it goes? See how you got this part? It goes, put it up, put it on wrong. Singing a song, I want you to love me. Right? I think there's a gap here that we probably need to fill, right? And then go right back again and repeat that next 4 bars, right? I think that's also a part of it there too, right?
I want you to love me,
Right?
I need you to love me, baby.
It shouldn't be four bars as the hook, man. I know some folks like to kind of do that hook as a teaser, give you only 4 bars. Nah, put the whole hook there. Put the whole 8 bars. Because let me tell you something. On a hook that's strong, on a hook that works, they're gonna listen to your whole record. You know what I'm saying? And this is really the telltale sign of whether you got a hit record or not. Is if that hook is popping, they're gonna listen to your whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Folks might even ignore the verses just to get back to the hook. You follow?
Baby, don't put 'em on roll. I wanna hold you close. See, baby, you've been on my mind, and I just wanna take my time with you, baby. What you feeling inside? Baby, don't you try and hide it. What it do, baby? 4 in the morning, girl, I'm on ya. Girl, let it rain, I've been waiting on you. Tell me how you feel, baby, don't be shy. Look you dead in your eyes. I want you to love me.
And now on the production side, right? I would suggest to you, man, Kaida, who did the beat, is for us to add some supporting instrumentation on your hook for the vocals. You've laid the vocals. I want you to love me. We have to find some supporting instrumentation behind that. That might sound like some strings. That might sound like some pads. That might sound like an additional lead or a guitar that needs to go on top of that or under your vocals right now to make the music now support what's happening vocally with the hook. You follow where I'm going with that? And I know some folks are in this thing like less is more, but if you've already done the heavy lifting in terms of saying, all right, this is the hook, this is going to be the hook melody, we have to find the music and the instrumentation that's going to support that, right? And I'll give you like I'll give you a tidbit. We were working with Maya. Shout out to Maya, Grammy Award winning artist Maya, Best of You, and all these other hit records. It's right around the time where she left Interscope and was going independent. And we reached out to her. We sent her some music, and it was we wind up working on that Sugar and Spice album. It's a song called Back to Disco, and then we wind up just Least the Beats. Gotcha. Right. Make sure you join in. Make sure you're jumping into our Future Producer Society, man. We got a bunch of really upcoming guys in here. You know what I'm saying? Now we can really try to. That's really the part of the situation that I'm also trying to patch artists to producers here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a dope set of guys, man, and we're trying to work with a lot of artists upcoming and new type of stuff is happening, so we can do a lot of different things together. So let's figure this out, Tony. Right? So the way that we look at this is like this, right? So we're working on her with the album. She sends us this record Back to Disco. We take the record. We take the record and we do what we do. Because a lot of times artists will send us something, and then we have to take the record and then we have to start to build around what they've already done. And in this case, we say, hey, who can we get as a feature on this? We wind up getting Young Jock on it as a feature for a remix. Now I still got that in the can. It never really got released, right? And then we did another record with her and Shorty Low, and that came out, right? So she wound up doing that, so that was good. So it's like we're doing different things to produce records around artists, especially when it comes to the R&B situation. And sometimes in rap music, you'll have some guys that'll say, hey, I need something on the hook. And that was the case with Big Pun and Leatherface, right? Because Big Pun, we sent him Leatherface as it was. He puts DMX and he puts like Mace and these guys on the hook and puts the Tony Montana thing on the hook, the Scarface sample. And then they were like, yo, we still need something on the hook. So then we went in, we listened to the record, and then we started to put like a choir on it. It goes, oh. and then we put that ding 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 ding, like that was like those childlike bells on it, and that helped to make the whole hook now really, really, really stand out. And that happens on a rap level, right? So if we're doing that for rappers, of course you got to do it in R&B. You just can't let it ride, right? But I understand what you're saying. He's doing leases. He doesn't have the stems to it. You know, this is some of those cases where you as a that's another reason why I want artists to come into the Future Producer Society, because in those cases, if there are things that you needed to add on to the track, right? Let's say, for example, you were a subscriber to like Splice, which has like royalty-free samples. We could have taken the track, you know, find the pitch and the key, and then we could have found extra things to add on to that record to really find a space for it. Even if you're not a producer, sometimes we can just add different things to a record that can bring out the things that may be in the hook. At the end of your record, you have the hook only playing for 4 bars. I would suggest that it plays for 8. You know. Like let's get into the mind frame of playing your hooks for the full 8 bars. Let's not do the 4-bar verse, the 4-bar hooks. Remember, your hook is the strongest part of your record. I think that what needs to stand out the most. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. Right, shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. Let me make sure that I'm looking at all of my chats here, because I'm not paying attention. I'm just running my mouth. I'm not doing all these chats. We can jump into this next record called Dreams, and this is by is that Fat Boy World? Fat Boy World? I still see you in the chat, bro. What's up, Fat Boy TV? Take a listen.
Vampires, they tryna take me out like Biggie. What's your reason? I know oftentimes you feel defeated. Ran the streets with a few niggas that I knew was loyal. Some gang bang, others in the chain gang. Few went to college, but we all became street scholars. Can't front, almost had an art scholarship, but where I'm from, the dope man sponsor scholarships. Small city, small town, pretty girls addicted. Friends moved to NY, telling her she should visit. My brain gone ever since her daddy died. Fucking older niggas, pretty girls can't survive. What's your main resource? Tired of being broke. Can't sleep, can't eat, stove staring at me. You can be your own boss, it's only January. Guaranteed money, vacation wherever you want. Lakeside views got me dodging interviews. Welcome to my world, NWA. Nigga with an appetite and I need it in every way. What's your life like? Jesus Christ, mine is real. Other niggas hating on me, I don't know why. Multiply my grind by X or resolution. Never had a star from my city who's substituting. Road to rich and chasing their presidents give you power. But I'm a strong believer, never bite the hand that feature. Fat Boy World guidance. This the last hour. Cops and robbers, Frankie Sinatra, who black and white vision. Piano keys, Stevie, I hope they listen.
Crazy, dog. You said this is a what? This is a you said this is a rough? Hold on. Yeah, we need a hook on this. And we need a hook on this bad. And look, we need a hook on this. We need a hook on it, and then of course we need your vocal to come up. This beat is banging. You know what I'm saying? Do you have the stems for this beat, or is it just a 2-track? And shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. Okay, so you got a 2-track. So there's 2 things that I'm going to ask you to do in this situation when you get back to the studio. When you get back to the studio, right? When you get back to the studio, you want your engineer to tell you 2 things, and if they can. The first thing you want them to tell you is you want them to tell you what the tempo of the record is, and then on the second side you want folks to see if they can tell you what the key of the track is, right? If they can tell you what the key or the pitch of the track. And then what we want to do also is we want the engineer on a 2-track. you want to see if they can start to figure out like where the beat loops. Like make sure that they can make sure they can have the beat loop in the proper way. Because sometimes what happens is you got some guys that are, they just kind of import the beat and then they kind of bring in the vocals, but they don't necessarily find the places where you could actually chop up the beat, right? And when I say find a place where you could chop up the beat, meaning that you could take a 2-track now and you could take certain portions of it and you could say, okay, I want this portion of the beat that sounds like this to be where I rap. And that might be where the drums fall out or where the hi-hats come out. And I want these parts to happen here. I want these parts to happen there. And then what I would also suggest to you is we got to make sure that we're following a song structure here, right? So you did pretty good in terms of it having like a 4-bar intro. That's what we kind of want to do, 4 bars, count the 4 bars on that. We want to see if we can go right into a hook, right? So like that's going to be the main thing. Like, can we actually have a hook on this thing that we need to do? And then go into an 8-bar verse, and then we will call a 4-bar mini verse. Try to stay away from the 16 bars as a rapper. Try to do no more than 12, right? If you're going to 16, but we're going to lose a lot of folks because 16 is for an older generation who, are very particular about what they're going to listen to, right? So if we're trying to get into a new audience, new folks, new things that we're doing, we want to try to see if we can stick to that 12-bar format. The 8 bars are going to be the strongest part of the record, and then as the beat starts to break down for that next 4 bars as a mini verse, this is when you're supposed to be getting your verse prepared for when the hook to come back in. And then after that 4-bar mini verse, we go back into the hook, right? So this is what we're trying to play around with, and this is where we're trying to make the record do the most that it can. Because as of right now, we got a record that's just going straight, and it's not broken up into a song mode that's going to really get people to want to listen to it again. You know what I'm saying? And what we're trying to do when I share this kind of format, I'm sharing this format because this is a format that I believe is going to help guys to get the most replay value out of their music. And remember what's happening when we're dealing with streaming. When we're dealing with streaming, it's us trying to get the most out of replay value. For a lot of folks, they look at an artist like Drake and they say, well, why does Drake always seem to be dominant in everything? Is because his songs, if you notice, are prepared in a way that basically embrace the way that streaming is consumed. Like, this is a person that understands how records are being consumed, and then he creates the music for the technology so that he understands. So if it's like I'm coming into Jabez on the beat, shebang, it's like it starts immediately, baby, I waited, and it goes right to the hook. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are not really catching it, but this is really us going straight to the hook, right? Even if it's dream me, baby, straight to the hook. You follow? Like, he's not playing these games where he's waiting forever to get to the hook. We're not doing that anymore. Those days over with. Those days are done. You follow? And you got to understand, like, we come from that era. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't think people really understand it. Like, you got to really think about us as producers, me and Mike D, right? Us as producers. We helped to usher in that era. You got to realize that should I do 5-song EPs? I would say lean towards 6 to 8 songs, right? Like 5 is a little bit light. Try to do it between 6 and 8. Because I believe that we need to get to, we need to do about 6 to 8 songs. So what I'm trying to say to folks is like, yo, we help to craft that era of hip hop. We're talking about late 90s, right? Big Pun, Raekwon the Chef, Nas, Prodigy, right? Like, we're part of that echelon of producers who help to craft those songs and help the guys to make those songs rather. We're part of the label Loud Records, right? That helped Wu-Tang and all of that stuff. We're A&Rs there. We had a staff production deal there. You know what I'm saying? We got a staff production deal in 1999, right? So we're literally part of the label. My cousin is the A&R. I'm an A&R consultant. You follow? We're talking about MOP. We're talking about, all these artists on this label. And we're talking about the things and the way that we had to structure records to sell them back then. It doesn't necessarily translate to now. You understand? So for us now, if we're doing Max B and French Montana now, we can't really do what we used to do. We got to do something different, or else it's not going to work in the marketplace. And that's part of what I'm trying to really school guys on. That's just the only reason why we are still here. This is the only reason why we still got records with guys coming out now, is because we've been able to adapt. And I'm trying to tell folks, hey, this is how you have to adapt. This is how you stay relevant. This is how you choose your records. This is how you structure your songs. Ask your producers to format it that way. 4-bar verse, not 4-bar hooks, 8-bar hooks. Never a 4-bar, always an 8-bar hook. It's a 4-bar intro, 8-bar hook. Do me a favor, take a screenshot. And if you need to go back to it, you can always go back to the stream on YouTube. Right? 4-bar hook. 4-bar intro, 8-bar hook, 4-bar 8-bar verse, 4-bar mini verse, 8-bar hook, and then repeat. You follow? If we're doing it that way, and then as we go on, if you notice, and we get to the end, it's going to do 2 hooks at the end and 1 but you don't need to do 2 at the end. You could do 1 if you want to, and then of course the 4-bar outro. You know what I mean? But for the most part, this is what we're trying to work toward. You know, for what I'm looking at, the way guys are submitting their songs and stuff that I'm listening to, man. I'm listening to a lot of stuff. I've listened to over 800 songs. I'm not sure if y'all are catching that. In the last few months, although we have almost 2,000 submissions, I've listened to over 800 songs. You know what I'm saying? And that's on this platform by itself. You know what I'm saying? Not on the other platform as well, because, you know, we're also on the sound search side. Now, if you got music that's already released, like if you got music that's already on like Spotify or whatever, definitely submit the songs here to the chart. Submit a song here to this chart so that folks can find your music. Like I really want guys to really start submitting their music here, because this is where I believe that a lot of artists are going to get discovered, and I feel a lot of producers are going to get discovered. There's a lot of different things that's happening with this, and folks are really going to make this go to the next level, given the chance that folks really jump on board with it. You know, you got editorial sections where they're going to start highlighting new artists, new chart watchers. You're going to have different curators in here over time. There's going to be some more folks that's being introduced to it. And then also, you know, we're talking about a knowledge base for folks and just different ways to promote your records. You can see all of the charts here, but you'll basically have pop charts, you know, beat charts, fan charts that did like R&B charts. So what will happen is that it becomes an ecosystem. Like, listen, you're putting your music out on DSPs. How are people gonna find it? We're here, bro. Once you're putting your music out, how are people gonna find it? This is what we're trying to tell folks. I'm telling the independent artists, you're putting your music out. How are you going to promote it? How are people going to find it? You have to, as a new artist, you have to put your music and you have to put your product everywhere. You really don't have a choice. I don't even know why I'm talking about it like I'm talking about. Like, guys act like they got a choice. Like, do you really expect these algorithms to push your music? Like, I want to ask y'all that. Do y'all expect the algorithm to do that shit? It's like, nah, man, the algorithm ain't gonna do none of that. It's up to you, and you got to be out here posting 100 times a day. You know what I'm saying? Age don't even matter, bro. You can see how my Griselda guys winning. Shout out 38 Special, these guys. You know, trusting those guys, Special. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to BSF Tone and a few other guys, you know what I'm saying, over there. Black Soprano guys, you know what I'm saying? Griselda guys, all these guys. Like, listen, shout out to everybody. Like, what they have proven to us is that it doesn't matter the age. What it matters is that you create a ecosystem for yourself. That's what matters. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what the algorithm, and that's what all of this about in terms of being online and promoting your stuff. It's about building your fan base, building your ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? Showing up. You know, shout out to Cast Productions and these guys, man. Like, showing up. Guys get on the live stream. They're showing up. They're building their audience. They're sharing their music. They're getting people to rap on their joints. They're building the connections with the artists. How else do you expect to make it work? You got to do it from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it from the ground up. There's no other way for it to work. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm shouting people out and I'm telling folks, like, I'm like, yo, man, you gotta really get this thing going, man. CEO Swindle, man, thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? I really want folks to understand what we're trying to build on here. I'm trying to build a different type of ecosystem for folks. I want folks to understand what it is, man. I've been in the business for a very long time. I see a lot of bullshit online. Man. I really do. I see a lot of people selling dreams. I see a lot of people not telling the truth. I see a lot of people trying to offer shortcuts. There's no shortcuts in this motherfucker. Ain't no shortcuts, man. You got to put out the best music, and that's really what we're here to do, is try to get your music to sound the best, right? When I say trying to sound the best, meaning like, yo, are we rapping the right way? Are we making sure that we're like, on beat? It's not even so much like, yo, are you this lyrical giant? It's not so much about that, because you got to look at my discography. My discography might have everybody from Little Scrappy, Alley Boy to Don, rest in peace, Trouble, rest in peace, Shorty Low, rest in peace, to Prodigy, Big Pun, right? Like, this is a different type of, Waka Flocka, right? We got different rappers here. We got different terms. We got different types of rappers, that we work with. And what happens is, as a producer, you have to kind of take yourself out of that thing and say, well, I want you to rap like this guy. Everybody doesn't do that. I don't want you to rap like this guy. I want you to rap like you guy. Right? But we understand what's supposed to sound good, meaning people gravitate to things that sound like their own beat. People gravitate to things that have good melody. People gravitate to things that have good song structure. People gravitate to things that have dope beats. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be trap, whether it be hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you look at all of these type of artists, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are a bunch of artists from different type of genres, not different genres, but different type of segments of the country. We have to be able to understand that type of stuff in terms of what that music is going to look like. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. This is CEO Swindle, man, back into the 90s. Let the music speak. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Bumping like the 90s.
Don't forget about hip hop.
Let's go.
For real.
Bumping like the 90s.
YN.
Ooh.
Bumping like the 90s.
Bumping like the 90s. Bumping like the 90s.
Shorty got big dream to be a supermodel. Never for the streets, arrogant yet humble. Shorty from the projects, pops was a hustler. Left with no option to make it out the rubble. Smarter than the average, deserve horse and carriage. Independent, classy, milk and honey nasty. College was the answer, you question why she sassy. Type to roll with you, push you like the grassy. Sweet like honey, shorty got the juice. She don't chase money, baby girl got the loot. Twin my money clutch, stepping in the loops. Sturdy with the progress, baby girl the truth. I believe in you and I trust in you. In any moment I sign a dollar line to keep your business growing. Just keep it peace, stay focused, keep them out of motion. Love's a 4-letter word, learn our veil emotions. Sugar, honey, icy, don't let them take you lightly. Show them all your progress, let them know you wifey.
Bumpin' like the 90s. Bumpin' like the 90s.
Sugar, honey, icy, don't let them take you lightly. Aquarius or Pisces, sweet but she spicy.
Bumpin' like the 90s. Bumpin' like the 90s.
Boom, boom. Had the nerve to ask Alexa, pray to God about it. Try to predict the future, hypothesizing the irony of love and the false prophets. I bond as a drug, addicted to deposits. Met her at a desk job, flipping through her reels. Does she cook, does she clean, calculate her kills? Does she like street niggas, corporate thug and feel? Could tell by her dimples like I seen Braille. I know you love me, because I love you too. I sign a dollar line to make you comfortable. Jet mansion, bags, cash is up to you. Penthouse suite, fucking up the sugar, honey, icy, don't let them take you lightly. Show them all your progress, let them know you wifey.
Bumpin' like the 90s. Bumpin' like the 90s.
Sugar, honey, icy, don't let them take you lightly. Aquarius or Pisces, sweet but she spicy.
Bumpin' like the 90s. Bumpin' like the 90s.
Boom, boom.
Shout out Kim Thomas. Thank you for that. Listen, shout out, yo. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my connection here, man. But check, yo, shout out to you, man. CEO Swindle on this back into the 90s. Yo, who's on the track?
Yeah.
Bumping like the 90s.
Don't forget about hip hop. For real.
Bumping like the 90s.
YN.
Ooh.
Bumping like the 90s.
Bumping like the 90s. Bumping like.
So, so if I have, so listen, let me. I'm gonna give you a music review. Shout out to Kid Thomas, right? I'm gonna give you a music review. The what we call we're gonna do the corporate sandwich method, right? We're gonna do the corporate sandwich method where we're gonna fill up with the good stuff that you did, all the things that you did well. Then we're gonna talk about all the things that you need, to kind of just work on a little bit, and then of course everything else and then we're gonna finish it off with a nice bow, right? To make it see where it comes from, right? Yeah, I definitely want to hear another one. So check this out. What did you do well here? Dope flow, beat crazy. Vocals is clear, good voice control, good tone, cadence, spitting what you got to spit in terms of the context, keeping the fabric of the record, talking about the chicks, making everything work. This, for me, is what I call gold, right? It's a record that has a vibe. You got to understand, I've been in this thing for 30 years. I've been with a lot of good artists. Every now and again, you're going to hear a record that feels good. This one feels good, so I think you got something here. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, where's the opportunity, right? Remember we doing the sandwich method, right? CEO swindle, right? Boom. So I feel like it could start sooner, right? And I think that's probably the slightest part of the record where I feel like it could start slightly sooner, right? If you got it, let's go.
Don't forget about hip hop.
Right, so let's go like this, right?
Yeah.
Bumping like the 90s.
Don't forget about hip hop.
Don't forget about hip hop.
For real.
Bumping like the 90s.
Right.
Start the record right there. Bumping like the 90s. Get right to it. Get right to it. Don't give it 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Don't give it 30 seconds. Get right to that bitch. Right there. Boom. Right?
Bumping like the 90s.
Bumping like the 90s. Bumping like the 90s.
And save those idols for the end.
They got big dream to be a supermodel. Never for the streets, arrogant yet humble. Shorty from the projects, Pops was a hustler. Left with no option to make it out the rubble. Smarter than the average, deserve horse and carriage. Independent.
So I would say, see like how we start the record right there? Started with the hook, bro. Like started with the hook. Like I know we into the verse right now because this verse is strong. But imagine it starts with the hook and then goes into this strong ass verse. You follow?
Classy, milk and honey nasty. College was the answer. You question why she sassy. Type to roll with you, push you like the grassy. Sweet like honey, shorty got the juice. She don't chase money, baby girl got the loot. Twin my money clutch, stepping in the loops. Sturdy with the progress, baby girl the truth. I believe in you and I trust in you. And any moment, I assign a dollar line to keep your business growing. Just keep it peace, stay focused, keep them out of motion. Love's a 4-letter word, learn our veil emotion. Sugar, honey, icy, don't let them take you lightly. Show them all your progress, let them know you wifey.
Bumpin' like the 90s.
Where you from?
Like the 90s.
Sugar, honey, icy, don't let them take you lightly. Aquarius or Pisces, sweet but she spicy.
Bumpin' like the 90s. Bumpin' like the 90s.
Boom, boom. Had the nerve to ask Alexa, pray to God about it. Try to predict the future. How about this, Isaac? The irony of love and the false prophets. I bond as a drug, addicted to deposits. Met her at a desk job, flipping through her reels. Does she cook, does she clean, calculate her kills? Does she like street niggas, corporate thug and feel? Could tell by her dimples like I seen Braille.
CEO Swindle, where you from? This shit. This shit going, dog. Yeah, Kaz, where you at, bro? Like, yo, like every now and again, man, I'll be on the live. Brooklyn, I fucking knew it, right? You get in this shit, man. Every now and again, you get into this joint, man. Like I'm on this shit nightly, damn near, right? And most times I only stay on for about an hour because I'm still working on Max shit. I'm still working on different type shit. We're still working on a whole bunch of shit. Shout out French Montana and Max B and them, right? Shout out everybody in the gym. We out here doing what we do. Listen, these joints come through like this only once every now and again. This is what Kaz saying. Every now and again, folks come through with some shit that's totally lit. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we're looking for. Like, this is what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking for the joints that they got a vibe to them that's really rocking. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's kind of like, yo, like, all right, now it's time. Like, all right, you submitting these records. I'm like, yo, I want to know what we listening to. You know what I'm saying? What are we gonna do next, right? Because now that you got this record, like, what you gonna do with it, right? Have you been chopping it up? Is there a video? How much pieces of content you got to it? Because you got to make it go. And you gotta post this shit until it go. I just nothing else that I could tell you. Like you gotta literally listen. If you got 100 records, that means that we're supposed to be 10 projects out on streaming right now, though. Don't tell me you got 100 songs sitting in your hard drive. Don't tell me that. Tell me you got 100 songs that's already out. Hey, tell me that. That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna jump into this next one, but you see where I'm going with this one. I gotta finish this one. This vibe right now. I want to just kind of list. Let me feed the vibe right now. You know what I'm saying? You say you discouraged, man. Get out of here with that shit, man. Like don't. You know why folks get discouraged, dog? Let me tell you. Why folks get discouraged is because we chasing the old model, man. Don't chase the old model. It's a new model now. It's a new fucking day. It's a new day. It's a new model. We ain't doing it the way that we used to do it. Don't listen to the way that the music business used to work. The music business don't work that way no more. It work a different type of way where you take your music, you flood this motherfucker until you find the people that fuck with you. You follow? The people that fuck with you is going to be the ones that's going to make sure that you really live off your art. You follow where I'm going with this shit? It's like that shit is like, it's that whole thing where folks got, guys out here chasing everything, chasing the record deal, chasing this, chasing that. Like that shit, them days over. You follow? But shout out to you, man. I'm gonna listen to the next story real quick.
I know you love me because I love you too. I sound a dollar line to make you comfortable. Jet mansion, bash cash is up to you. Penthouse suite, fucking up the sugar, honey, icy. Don't let them take you lightly. Show them all your progress. Let them know you wifey.
Yeah, man, get that hook to the front, man. Ooh, that joint's hard. Tough. This joint's called "Love Me Not," man, by CEO Swindle from Brooklyn, man. Shout out to Brooklyn. I'm from the Bronx, so I know what it is. My family's out there in Brooklyn and Jamaica's going crazy. Blood clot to us. Let me see what I say.
Yeah.
Kid, what's up, man?
Do she love me? She love me. She love me not. Does she love me not? Yeah. Does she love me more? Love me more, baby. Ain't no love like you, like you, like you. Said you love me. It don't feel real. It's a thin line between love and hate. Love can't heal. Yeah. Said you love me, but don't feel real. Only show up when the vibe get chill. Touch my soul, but you broke that seal. Now I'm floating off the pain that I still feel. Money long, but the night's still. Yeah. Got a view, but I miss that thrill. Are you realer than real, or you faker than fake? Tell me what's the deal, and I need more than fake. She love me, she love me not. Does she love me not? Yeah. Does she love me more, baby? Ain't no love like you, like you, like you. Said you love me, but don't feel real. Only show up when the vibe get chill. Touch my soul, but you broke that seal. Now I'm floating off the pain that I still feel. Money long, but the night's still. Yeah. Got a view, but I miss that thrill. Are you realer than real, or you faker than fake? Tell me what's the deal, and I need more than faith. What's real? Check your standard, check your crew. No deep reflection, really you. Chase fame, but forgot the place to feel too. And the chill who you and plot what you do. I told Shorty I'm rare, and I'm not just new. She laughed like she heard that few. And your vibe, yeah, I heard that too. But baby, I'm always ahead, almost like the bird eye view. She like you different, I told her I know. She said you super handsome and talk when you glow. Walk up in the room, I can smell your cologne. Chip on my soul, there's still platinum in the gold. Hometown hero, I'm a legend in soul. Whip too clean, but the gas smell bold. Act like a king, cause I play that role. Felt like a check when I touched her soul. Ain't no clone, I'm the one they quote. Style like Ho with Kentucky coat. She want love, but I'm barely woke. She said real, but the vibe said no. Said you love me, but don't feel real. Only show up when the vibe get chill. Touch my soul, but you broke that seal. Now I'm floating off the pain that I still feel. Money long, but the night's still. Yeah, got a view, but I miss that thrill. Are you realer than real, or you faker than fake? Tell me what's the deal, and I need more than faith. She love me not. Then she love me not, yeah. Then she love me more, baby. Ain't no love like yours, like yours.
Yeah, you got another one, bro. You got another one, man. Another one with a dope hook, man. Like, you follow, like, you know.
Then she love me not, yeah. Then she love me more, baby. Ain't no love like yours. Said you love me, but it don't feel real. It's a thin line between love and hate. Love can't heal, yeah. Said you love me, but don't feel real. Only show up when the vibe get chill.
So are these records like done, or are these records that you can still go back and still kind of tweak and move around? Like, I'm just curious, like, do you still have access to those? Do you still got to go to the studio? Like, what's the under, you say not interested or not mastered? Okay, I'm gonna say not interested. So I'm not reading right. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so, like, listen. so like, even in this case, the same thing with this one. 8-bar hook in the front, dog. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the habit of creating those 8-bar hooks. 4-bar intros, 8-bar hooks in the beginning. The hooks are very, very strong. If you're as good with these hooks as I'm hearing currently, that's your strong suit. Let's lead with that. Almost every song. You follow? And we just need to follow a particular format. If you got 100 songs, you need to be figuring out how we're going to release them. Is it going to be a weekly cadence? Is it going to be a monthly cadence? Is it going to be a quarterly cadence? We have to figure that out. You do not, let me tell y'all something, man, and I think Kaz can really attest to this, and I say this shit very often. We walk into a fucking, we walk into a Walmart, right? And we go into the cereal aisle, and there's a bunch of fucking cereal that we going in there to probably buy Cocoa Puffs, right? But there's 100 other cereals on that fucking shelf. But we're not going to buy those. We're going to buy the Cocoa Puffs, right? But what's the difference between those 100 cereals and the other 1,000 cereals that people might be developing somewhere in their house, somewhere making their recipe for that? Those other cereals are on the shelf. You follow? And what may happen is if you're on the shelf in the store, you give yourself a chance of being purchased. You give yourself a chance of being found. You give yourself a chance of somebody tasting what you got to offer. You know what I'm saying? So if you got millions and millions of views on Instagram, dog, that's basically that's telling us that people are fucking with it, that people like it. We just have to we just have to find the structure. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta find the structure. We gotta find the cadence to get this stuff out and get it in front of the people on a consistent basis so that we can grow the following for music. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, we should be good there. If you got the stuff that sounded like this, bro, I don't even know what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? We gotta give yourself a chance of getting found and discovered. And the best way for us to do that is to keep putting out. Man, listen. That sounds like you got a whole nother side thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a whole nother situation going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, man, like, I feel you on that, man. You know what I'm saying? You say you got a device that detects breast cancer, man. Listen, man. I got you. Yeah. We got to get them folks to the music. Let's jump into this next joint, the page skip, man. Fat Boy World back in the business again. We doing about Pound Cake remix. Let's take a listen to that real quick.
Good God Almighty, like back in the old days, You know, years ago they had the A&R man to tell you what to play, how to play it, you know, whether it's disco or rock. But we just went in the studio and we did it.
Yeah.
We had champagne in the studio, of course.
It's your boy.
Compliments of the
B.I.
company.
2 G's,
And we just laid back
A.M.E.
and did it.
Big gang.
So we hope you enjoy
Fat
listening
Boy
to this
Gang.
album half as
Fat
much
Boy
as
World
we
Mixtape.
enjoy playing it for you. Because
Believe
we had
that.
a ball.
Know that. See that.
Only real music's gonna last. All that other bullshit is here today and gone tomorrow.
Yeah. Rock with the fatness. Rock with the fatness. Yeah. Okay. I'm here to get money, move kilos to Amsterdam. Pedigree is hood, ship bricks to Baghdad. In the hood, I'm not the good or the bad guy. More like the middleman. Spray up the feds van. Let's keep it moving, nigga. Yeah, I keep the black toolie. I shouldn't have said shit. Test your little fuck, boy. Run a mile or two till you reach 8 mile. And when you reach your destination, smile turn to a frown. Cause I'll be waiting for you so patiently. Anticipating, let that chopper bang dramatically. I kinda figure beat, it's really not your lifestyle. According to these documents, they label you a bitch now. I put your tongue in the socket, watch me now. Live and direct, so when you approach me, guard your neck. I'm quick to bang with the filth, I make you jump over the cliff. This war you want, this war you. I'm hot, bitch. See, this ain't what you bargained for. Paralyze you from your ankles, have you speaking from your neck. And if you're reaching with your elbow, I'ma throw in a tech. With that being said, you should take it as a threat. No more money on my block, nigga, that's the serve. Show you what I'm making today, your mouth drop to the curb. The streets are me, and I know the streets are watching. Carry extra 22 in my true pocket. Stop it, my aim is above your eye socket. Right by your pupil, have your lungs one tissue. Ask me again, they don't really fucking miss you. Heat niggas up like Terminator. With all my enemies, I found out the lower denominator. Fuck boys get abominated. And if I said it or did it, of course I should at least be nominated. The graduate from college, the age exams were complicated. Pride got in the way of a nigga graduating. Let me stop lying, I said fuck it within a year or two. Back to the block, back to the basics, no cap and gown. Familiar faces I once knew, no common ground. All the money and the fame still don't come around. It's an awkward situation, no reservation. R.I.P. to B.I.G., it's baby. Roll Tide Nation, hood saving crazy. I just wanna make it out before my dreams set sail across the beautiful ocean or the 7 seas. Leave money for my daughter and all her seeds. I'm just trying to be the best father dead alive. Y'all can have that bash rapper dead alive talk. Meanwhile, we sit down and have grown combo. Back and forth from one another, and she only 4. Fat Boy World almost didn't make it. Remember when it was a thought and they still hate it? Yeah, remember when it was a thought and they still hate it? Cold-blooded. Because I talk to the big homie. Pivot game forward, B.I. forever loyal. Pivot game forward, Dot forever loyal. Pivot game forward, Jones forever loyal. Pivot game forward, Oop forever loyal. Pivot game forward, Seduce forever loyal. Pivot game forward, Pat forever loyal. Pivot game forward, my whole town loyal. Yeah, believe that, know that, see that, man. Fat Boy World Mixtape, broadcasting live. Rock with the fatness. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Rock with the fatness. Gonna get into this mixtape, man. Ride with me, rock with me, ride with me, rock with me. Fat Boy Gang. Yeah.
Shout out Fat Boy World.
Believe that, know that, see that, man. That's what it do. Alright.
Shout out Fat Boy on that, man. Listen, man. Even when you follow me on this, man, even when you are doing a freestyle or a remix, remember, we still want to try to format this record as close to a song format as we could possibly do it. Shout out to him, you know what I'm saying? As far as you rapping for the entire 4 minutes on this joint, spitting what you're spitting. Like, the main thing that I would ask you to do on these records, man, is one, make sure that your vocal is high enough so that we can really hear you clearly throughout the music. And then if we're going to do anything that has like a remix or we're using somebody else's track, you know what I'm saying, we have to see if we can try to get to it. Remember, this joint has an intro on it, and it has a lot of different things on this record that make it, you know, unbelievably longer than it needs to be. right? So we have to make sure that we're not making a record that's longer than it needs to be because it already has that Drake, that other stuff in the beginning. And we don't really need that. Like, I know folks might be looking at it like, yo, it kind of sets the mood for the freestyle, but we really don't need that to be in the front because it makes the record longer than it needs to be. And remember what's happening, because of the freestyle and it's on somebody else's already beat, like it's on a Drake beat, it's not something that you can necessarily put out on DSPs, right? Excuse me. At the most, you might be able to put it out on an individual YouTube, and then YouTube is costing, Universal's going to make sure that all of the funds and the royalties go straight to Drake, right? So I wouldn't recommend you putting more than maybe a verse sandwiched between two hooks on records that are remixes. You follow? Because you don't have the ability to promote it. You follow? Like, this is where the issues start to come in with using records that are not really quote unquote licensed or clearable. You don't have the ability to take this record now or this freestyle, and you don't have the ability to really promote it in the way that you want to promote it, because there's two things that's going to happen. The socials are going to detect it in terms of the beat and see that it's not necessarily lining up to the artist to pay the royalty properly. So those things tend to get suppressed. You follow? And if you're putting music out on YouTube that isn't, that's another artist's music, it's immediately flagged. All of the royalties go to that artist. And a lot of times, depending on the type of deal that the artists have, because sometimes these artists have different territorial deals, certain songs can't even get played in certain areas. So if I'm to say, for example, if I'm supposed to take if I took an instrumental from, say, a Raekwon record that we may have done, and I try to re-upload it, it's going to be immediately blocked in certain territories because of where the sample derived from, right? And there are different deals with different publishers that give different rights in different territories. So what are we doing? We're not even getting the reach that we're supposed to have. So immediately the algorithm stops it from being discovered, right? Because they don't really want to have to deal with the issue of trying to figure out who to pay, how to pay. So what they do is they just kind of shadow ban it in some sort of strange way. So not that I'm not telling guys to do freestyles for them to kind of get their weight up, for them to understand how they should rap on certain songs. I believe that should be part of the exercise. But it's not 2002 where we have a forum where we can promote this stuff in mass. Right? We don't have a way to promote it. If we can't promote it on YouTube and if we can't promote it on socials, if it's going to be blacklisted or it's going to be shadow banned, then it basically takes all of the time that you spent in the studio and makes it for nil. And this can be raps that we could be using on the song that's original, that can generate you income in terms of publishing and everything else once we release it to DSPs. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is the game right now. Like we have to make sure that we have to understand that we're competing with so many different artists, and what you don't want to do is you don't want to put yourself in a scenario where you're putting out music that you cannot fully monetize, or you can't fully own, or you can't fully promote. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the type of shit that we just can't have. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too hard to write, it's too hard to record. Like, all of these things are too difficult to do as artists and producers for us to put ourselves in a position where we can't monetize it. Like, we already have to compete with all types of different music, AI, this and all these type of stuff. So, like, I want guys to understand, like, listen, this is what we're doing, and we're trying to make sure that we're creating an ecosystem of music that we can, copyright, is intellectual property that we can actually be able to give guys. You know what I'm saying? And get that moving and grooving. And for folks who's trying to learn this music business, man, jump into us with our Future Producer Society at school.com. It's free to join, man. Make sure you jump into that, man. We're teaching everybody the game. It's really the music business. I think people need to understand that, like, nah, bro, look, Fat Boy, we trying to make sure that guys have the ability and the information to win. You follow? Like, this is not like how everybody else doing this shit. I'm not on that type of time. I remember how it felt not having any help. We didn't have any help. I had to learn everything myself. I had to learn everything. I didn't have any help, bro. I had to learn how to record, had to learn how to mix, had to learn how to fucking do beats. You know, I was going into different projects in the Bronx, you know, walking around with my gun, trying to figure out how I'm gonna get beats from guys. I couldn't figure it out. You know what I'm saying? This is the era that I'm raised in. You know what I'm saying? This is the area that I'm raised in. I'm going into different projects. I'm trying to find out where we can get beats from, and nobody wanted to give us beats. Like, real talk. You know what I'm saying? I used to be part of a rap group. Shout out to my man, John Beretta. You see, he calls himself John Beretta, right? Like, we couldn't get no beats. You know what I'm saying? So it got to the point where I had to, you know, get my money up, start buying my equipment, put stuff inside of my parents' crib. You know what I'm saying? So I had the whole hood coming through, and we had to start learning that shit from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, you gotta understand, like, you know, what I want folks to get from these streams, and what I want folks to get from my channel. I want to get folks from my groups. Is that, yo, you don't got 10 years to waste. You don't got 15 years to waste. You follow? Is that you can waste all that time following the wrong motherfuckers, and people telling you bullshit, people telling you shit that ain't real. People who never got any money from the music industry for real. People never got no music from the music industry. You never got a Sony check. You never got a Universal check. You never got an Interscope check. You never got a Wu-Tang Productions check. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or a Wu-Wear check. You never had none of that. You never got that. You don't understand what that is. You know what I'm saying? You never got a publishing check. You never had a publishing deal. You don't got a distribution deal with the Orchard or Sony. You don't know what that is. People don't know what that is, but people be talking. You don't experience it. You're talking it from other people's experience, but you're not talking it from the real experience. You follow? So you got to be on both ends of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you have to also be an artist, right? An artist. You got to be a producer. But on this side, we want to show you how to be artists, creative, and producers. But we also want to show you how to be business people. We also want to show you how to conduct and maintain your business. How can you grow your business? How can you take care of your music business? You follow? Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the line, man. Shout out to CEO Swindle, man. You still in here, man? What's your name on this new one? Shout out to him, man. Shout out to Fat Boy Artist today, man. You guys got me on here long tonight. Let's listen to this.
They like me, and they ain't let like me. She looking.
Pull up fly, doors lift like halo. Chain swing bright, that's that day glow. Sure too fine, that's that payroll. Vibe too rare, peace like mango. I'm so slick, shorty can't say no. Hands on always like tango. Head to the back like Waco. Front row seat, no stage right. City don't sleep, back in that mode. Yeah. Fast like dreaming, SEO. Can't keep figure what's real, swindle the code. Everything lit, yeah, the night unfold. Baby, I'm throwing it like a brick. No, he ain't lit like me. No, he ain't fly like me. Like a thief in the night. Baby, what's your first name? I don't want your pseudo. I'm about to cash out too, I bumped into love. This might be your last chance, so baby, what's your real name? Put them in the past tense, I just want your name. Baby, what's your first name? I don't want your pseudo.
Yo, bro. Why the fuck you ain't start the record with this hook, bro?
I'm about to cash out, well, I bumped into love. This might be your last chance, so baby, what's your real name? Put them in the past tense, I just want your name. She smart, fine, that's a cheat code. Told me she reminds, does she deep throat? Exit from toxic, I said me no. She smirk boy like please bro, that's your theme mo. She don't trust dudes on the scene though. Meditate, sip lean though. Told her that I'm chilled, I don't need smoke. Sit cool long as you don't dream bro.
And this flow probably would have been better suited for the first verse.
Yeah, I laugh it loud, that's a free show. Yeah. Need I say more, that's a freak show. Heart still race when the lights get low. Said love don't last, said maybe so, but it feels right when the feelings flow. Funny thing is I don't know your name though. We locked in, moving off a halo. Every laugh sweet like a mango. What's your first name? I don't want your pseudo. I'm about to cash out too, I bumped into love. This might be your last chance, so baby, what's your real name? Put them in the past tense, I just want your name. Baby, what's your first name? I I don't want your pseudo. I'm about to cash out, guap up the Tula. This might be your last chance, so baby, what's your real name? Put them in the past tense, I just want your name.
What's your name again? That's right.
Shout out to CEO Swindle on this one, man. Listen, man. I feel like this record again got another strong hook on it, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you got another strong hook here. You know what I mean? All right, saying just go to the next one. All right. Yeah, we got to put it together. Shout out to CEO Swindle on this one, man. Let's do the first track on this album.
Bruh. You know I hate when everybody always talking about you sound like this one, you sound like that one. Who you sound like? For real. Hip hop was never who you sound like. It always was who you can take from to sound better than. That's the sound bite. Yeah. Look, born in the trenches, wasn't by choice. Ain't cold nights, ain't loud noise. Concrete, we found our voice. Pain hit different, we had no choice. Same train ride, same brake lights. Same red lights, same blue nights. Same hard time shaped by life. That ain't a sound bite. Same bus stop, same fist fights. Same crack steps, same Porsche lights. Same quarter store, same dice nights. Same young dreams, same lost flight. Same yellow tape, same candle lights. Same on crime, same stain nights. Same prayers up, same long flights. Same old judges reading our rights. Same loose chain, same nickel bags. Same winter coat, same summer labs. Same steel gate, same black bags. Same block legends, same toe tags. Same park benches, same hoe breeze. Same old head saying don't beat me. Project walls with the same graffiti. Same scars hidden underneath the fleece. Who you sound like? What you sound like? Where's your sound bite? That's your sound, right? And if I sound like Cole, then Cole sound like. And if Drake learned from Wayne, then Wayne sound like. Who you sound like? What you sound like? When it sound right? We all sound bites. And if Big learned from Kane, then Ho sound like. And if Cam learned from L, then May sound like. Who invented?
Yeah, I might have to listen to this. Listen, bro. Shout out to CEO Swindle. You said 100 songs? 100 songs deep in? All right. We're going to work something out. Because we got to make sure that we do that. Shout out to everybody that jumped into the live tonight. I'm about to sign off in a hot second. But what I want to reiterate to everybody, man, and you know, like, don't let this music industry and the way that this shit go. Like, don't let this shit like really mess with you in terms of making you not want to follow, not want to follow what you do and the things that you love to do, man. The internet is a different place now. You know what I'm saying? I got you, bro. That's why I stopped playing when I was playing. I wanted this song. I want to be able to. I got this. We use the Untitled stuff too for the stuff that we were doing with Max for that $1 Million Baby 4. So every time everything changes, everybody sees it changes. So what I was saying is I want people that are following me on this live, people that are following me, Instagram or, whatever joints y'all following me on, you know what I'm saying? We've been in this thing a long time, and something that I've started to understand, especially with this internet shit, is, you make the best music you can make. And this is what we use this forum for, is to work through the songs, figure out how we can get the songs to sound as best as possible for commercial, consumable, to be consumed, for the consumer, and commercial viability. We try to do the best that we can do to get that to sound good raps, good beats, good mixes, etc., etc. Then it's up to us now to develop a release cadence, to develop a content cadence, and then also to develop what does the funnel look like? What does when a fan finds you, what happens next? Do they listen to this? Do you want them to buy merch? Do you want them to go to a show? Like, what do you want these people to do? And then we have to determine what's going to be the best way to lead folks down the way you want them to be led to, right? Because this is the thing. You are trying to ultimately get them to consume your music, become a fan, and of course go to see shows, buy merch, etc. The thing about the internet now that I think a lot of people kind of miss out on and don't understand is that your music won't be for everybody, and you have to be okay with that. But we use the internet to find your ideal fans. That's it. And by you posting and you connecting and engaging and over time, you start to have what we call the people that fuck with you, or your fans. And those fans, when they really love you and when they really fucking with you, they're gonna share what it is that you're doing with other people that are like-minded. And this is the key of social. This is why you see people that are caught in kind of echo chambers. They hear one talking point and they kind of stay where they are. It's because the algorithm is used to giving you more of what you want. So the key here is to basically make sure that you have enough content to make sure that the algorithm can continue to find the people that want what you're trying to provide them. And over time, you develop your people, you develop your tribe, and then eventually you can make a living from your art. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it happens faster depending on your talent and depending on how hard you work. For some people, it might take a little bit longer. We don't know what that number looks like. But what I want to encourage people to tonight is, don't give up on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the industry discourage you. You could have had this, you could have had that, you could have had a deal, you could have did this. You know what I'm saying? There's so many stories that I could give guys. You know what I'm saying? I remember taking my demo. I had a demo tape. I remember getting in a meeting with a cat from Bad Boy. Took my music to Bad Boy. I took my music to Bad Boy as a rap group. And I remember sitting in that meeting with the A&R and it not going the way I wanted it to go. And I remember walking out really frustrated with it. And, I just pivoted. You know what I'm saying? We made a pivot, found out what worked best for me. And, here we are. You know what I'm saying? Like you sometimes make some pivots, you make some turns, and then you meet some different people. You know what I'm saying? That help you lead you along the way. So I just want everybody to kind of understand that's what we're working with, man. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. Shout out to all the new followers. For those who are, jumping in part of my situation, that's cool. You know what I mean? Swindle, man, make sure that you're putting some music on this Sound Surge site, please. Especially the music that you got released already. The records that you got released on streaming through like Spotify or YouTube or whatever. Make sure you're putting it here for some additional discovery. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I got you, bro. So none of it is released. All right. Wow. You're killing me. You ain't got nothing released? All right. We're going to figure it out. So shout out to you, bro. And thank you for sharing that. And I'm going to keep it to the vest. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I could assure you that I will. When people share things with me in confidence, I keep things to the vest. You know what I'm saying? So I got you. So shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. I'm about to shut it down for the night. But catch me back here tomorrow. We're going to get on at 8 o'clock. And we're going to really try to keep that 8 o'clock time frame. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I clear my schedule so I can get on at time when I'm supposed to get on. Lately, I've been getting on, but I haven't been getting on at the same time. And I think that kind of frustrates some of my people that are watching or listening. So I want to make sure that that I'm handling that a little bit better. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. I'm about to get up out of here. Keep to yourself. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Keep to yourself, keep to yourself, keep to yourself. I got it. I thought you meant me to keep it to myself.
106.5 Kiss FM, we're live again. It's your boy, the Nick Swindle Shop. And who that is? It's number one, keep it to yourself. Never talking loud about this song lately, and we just hope that you enjoyed as much as we enjoyed, and here's your preview.
Tired of that cap in your rap, sip lean. Say you pop out, never seen on the scene. New drip, two-tone, clean like bleach. Too much talk, now you sound like a tweet. Big step up, but I move like stealth. I ain't gotta flex to assume my wealth. Yellow dot, fade line, caution, help. All the guys gon' ride, crash on the sun. Pop my shit, I don't pose for the gram. All the girls gon' ride blunt in their hand. Say he a boss, but he act like a fan. When he slide through, cause I don't do plan. Get into a bag, better keep it to yourself. Everyone tattling, keep it to yourself. Watching your move, better never offer help. Really up now, better keep it to yourself. Trips overseas, better keep it to yourself. Post it on the ground, better keep it to yourself. Everybody watching your move, no help. Everybody talking, better keep it to yourself. I walk in the spot, they like, who that is? Water on me like a cooler kid. Talking all talk, but ain't got no beard. I'm the one pushing all the new whips. Big drip, I don't dress by chance. 100 on the jean, rubber bands in the pants. Acting like you rich, you know that you can't. Put it on the grand advantage like, I don't talk too much, I maneuver slick. Talking like a shooter, but you shooting bricks. Game been too cold, I don't need no clicks. And my name ring bells like a Super 6. High speed chase just to get to my shot. Might valet, might park my lag. Hit by black, gotta bounce and stack. If it don't make sense, gotta count my ass. Get into a bag, better keep it to yourself. Everyone tattling, keep it to yourself. Watching your move, better never offer help. Really up now, better keep it to yourself. Trips overseas, better keep it to yourself. Post it on the ground, better keep it to yourself. Everybody watching your move, no help. Everybody talking, better keep it to yourself.
Shout out to my man CEO Swindle on that, man. That joint is called Keep It To Yourself. Keep It To Yourself, man, coming off his soon to be heard album. You know, it's gonna be coming soon, man. Shout out to everybody that jumped into the live, man. Shout out to everybody that submitted their records tonight. Like I said, we'll be on this thing tomorrow. Around the same time, 8 o'clock, give or take. I said shout out to everybody jumping into the live, man. We here. We are here. We getting it done. You know what I mean? But I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace, y'all.